Hi. So I'm done with finals now. My God, my storage is getting low on my computer. I have to constantly keep deleting videos that are stored on my computer because I have low memory, even though the D drive is full of memory. So I have to fix that and reroute where the memory goes. So anyways, um, today we're going to be talking about my finals and my driver's license and my mood. We have a shit ton to talk about. So as I'm filming this, I am in a depressive episode that has lasted it for 2 weeks. I'm gonna be honest, it's given me anhedonia. It's given me a lot of depression, suicidal thoughts, a lot of fatigue. There's been a night where I pulled an all-nighter, where I have severe insomnia. I mean, I'll get up at 3 or 4 p.m. in the day, and, oh my god, these fucking people just won't stop contacting me. Just wish we knew why someone wants to take control after the silent. Okay, so yeah, I'm playing the Just Cause 2 story, which is why stuff is coming up right now. But, like, basically... Oh, great, my grappler has been destroyed. Shit, I'm basically... The whole fucking game, Okay, maybe this will reset it. There we go, okay. So, basically... This depressive episode has been bad, and it was followed by a hypomanic episode. Just 2 weeks before this, I had the opposite problem, where I'd go on Reddit for sexual reasons, and I would ride without hands on my bike and, like, 10 miles per hour and texting while biking, and I had, a lot of trouble with, basically, I had such an elevated mood. I was distractible too, which means that I would play with a bunch of scissors and pencils, and I drew stuff on my arms and shit like that. And I had a thought disorder at points of time, and I got little sleep during my hypomania. Keep in mind, I got tired during hypomania, but the actual reason why is because I switched out my old sleeping med for a new mood stabilizer. Right? It turns out that I was taking my old sleeping med, my new sleeping med, and one of my mood stabilizers, when I should have been taking 2 mood stabilizers and just 1 sleeping med. So I was taking 2 different types of sleeping meds instead of 2 mood stabilizers and a sleeping med. And the reason why I stopped my original sleeping med was because it caused me to be drowsy when I woke up, and at the end of the day, sometimes I have to stay up till 1 or 2 to do assignments. It's not something that's nice, but I get through it 99% of the time without any mood problems. You know, it's funny because some people will tell me, oh, but you just gotta sleep. This just sounds like a problem where you're not getting enough sleep. And to that, I say that I had a manic episode in September, and I would sleep at 8 p.m. because my medicine would make me so tired after I took it in the evenings. Like, and I'm not talking about my sleep meds, I'm talking about my mood stabilizers. I would literally go to bed at 8 p.m. every single night because I had to take them after dinner. And now I can barely sleep again while I'm in these mood episodes. Like, it used to be I just hopped in bed and went right to sleep, but now it's like I don't even get tired, and, like, I'm just depressed or manic all the time. Well, not all the time, but for the past 3 weeks. Um, it's been very hard. It's been very difficult. I've also lost a few pounds because I haven't been eating as much. I would say that I eat normal calories, but because, like, when I eat quite a bit, but I don't eat for a very significant part of the day, and the problem with that is that I have lack of energy, so I just want to sleep the whole day. Um, so yeah, eating problems have also been a thing. I'm having a hard time getting my thoughts out right now. Because my thinking is delayed. But basically what you know is that I'm in a depressive episode that's lasted at least 2 weeks. It started at Sunday, and it's now Saturday. It's Saturday of not the next week, but the week after. So in one more day, it'll be two weeks that this has happened. Actually, it started Saturday, so it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, like solid. And yeah, I've just been switching between games because I have such little dopamine right now, and I'm just trying to get any dopamine that I can, and playing games doesn't really help. Nothing really helps with this dopamine problem. I've also I've also done a lot of accomplishments while in my manic and depressed episodes. So the first thing is that I passed my driver's license, my driver's exam. I passed it with an 86 out of 100, and you need a 75 out of 100 to pass. Now, I still feel like I won't be a great driver. Like, I felt actually guilty after getting my license because I fucked up on a big part, right? And I don't know how I even passed. But I passed, and I just felt like the most incompetent, worthless driver, kind of like what I'm doing on my game right now. Yeah, that's me. But it was really, really bad. Just, I don't want to be alive right now. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't. I'm not crying, I'm not tearful, it's just my, my throat allergies have been wearing me down. So, yeah, it's been really hard. And I had to take days off for both my hypomania and my major depression. My hypomania lasted 5 days. 5 days it lasted. 5.5 if you count half a night. Like half of a night. It lasted 5.5 days. And I would say it was severe hypomania. Like, it caused problems for me, but I was still somewhat able to do my work from home and stuff like that, you know? So I wouldn't say it was mania. I had hallucinations, but I knew I wasn't in a psychotic state, right? Just because you have a hallucination or two does not mean that you're in a psychotic state where you have mania. It just doesn't, right? I remember when I was clearly out of my mind, where I was having hallucinations and disorganized behavior and hallucinations. That was a manic episode in December that I had. That landed me in the hospital because I would get into verbal arguments and destroy stuff in my apartment, and I thought the police were going to come after me anyways, and so I just decided, you know what, I'm probably going to go to the mental hospital, so I might as well just, right now to make sure that I'm safe. Because when I'm manic, I kind of realize I'm manic. It's just, there's nothing I can do about it. My mood is so elevated that I can't really do much. And really, the doctors don't even know why I'm that self-aware when I'm that manic. They just don't understand it. And I don't understand it. I just don't. I clearly got diagnosed with severe mania because of bipolar disorder in the hospital. So, it's been very hard. But we're going to talk about my accomplishments. So first thing was my driver's license. I got that. That's squared away. The second thing that I also accomplished was something amazing. I get emotional even talking about this, but basically what happened was I was so depressed this one night. This is just recently in this episode. Don't cause heat, okay, thanks. Because if you kill enough civilians in this game, you get heat. I think it's like 3 or 4 have to die before they go after you. You can kill some and they won't mind. Like, I'll show you an example. Hold on. They might go after me for this, but there's also a chance they might not. See? Like, usually they would kill you. I'm surprised he got up. But I'll do another one to show you. Maybe they'll go after me. Yeah, see? They don't care. But if I do another one, hold on. I want to demonstrate to you guys this. Where's another one? I don't know where they are anymore. They all ran off. Anyways, I was up all night because I was sad and I couldn't sleep. And I was writing down stats formulas. I had charged my calculator the other day before I took the calculus final. Right? So it's like I had reasonable suspicion to assume that it was fully charged. You see where I'm going with this. So what happened was I was up all night writing down stats formulas. I didn't get any hours of sleep. I went into the university and I'm waiting in the student union because we have a super large student union. I'm waiting in the student union. And about 5 minutes before the test, when I'm walking, almost walking, like just about to walk to the exam room, I turn on my calculator and it's dead. It has no charge. So, panicked, I realized I had no time left. I was basically fucked. You know, I thought, I'm fucked. My final was not a cheap grade. It was 40% of my grade. Meaning that if I did bad, I would fail the class. Because you need a C. Remember, in college you need a C to move on to the next class. Technically you can get a pass with a D, but you need a C to move on to the next class. In my case, it was Statistical Methods 2, because I was in 1 this semester. Sorry, that's not me getting emotional, that's just me having a hard time because I almost burped. So anyways, oh great, I ran into a military base, that's wonderful. I'm just gonna hide in the forests. I panicked, sat down for the test, I had my formula sheet, and I wanted to cry. And I bashed my calculator against the desk. The teacher didn't really notice, because you can do some things without the teacher noticing. And I was just so pissed. I wanted to walk out and cry. But I decided to stay. I wasn't going to I wasn't going to fail this. I didn't come a semester for my calculator to fuck up, because I had reasonable suspicion to assume that it was working. I didn't come this far to fail. So what did I do? I stayed for the test, and I did all of the manual mathematics. I did square roots, I did mean squares within, f-tests, standard distribution. I did all of that. I wrote down all of the manual mathematics. And I did the entire test. This is a liberal grader, to be fair. Like, he'll give you partial credit if you give a multiple choice wrong. So, you know, fair enough. You know, it is a liberal grader teacher. But I did surprisingly well on the test. I got an 80, and I ended up with a B in the class. And when I went home that day, I basically thought, I'm fucked. Like, I'm fucked. I'm either going to get a C, which is going to lower my GPA significantly, or I'm going to fail the class because it's 40% of my final. And when I asked the teacher for a calculator in the exam room, he said he had none. And fair enough. This kind of somewhat was my responsibility. I don't know how I didn't die right there. This kind of somewhat is my responsibility because, wow, I actually caused quite an accident there. It is kind of my responsibility because, I should have checked the night before. But you can only expect students to do so much. They got other finals, stuff happens, they forget things. It's not like, I've never found it to be a valid reason to basically fail a kid or not treat them any differently if they fuck up even on something like the final where their calculator is dead. Like, people fuck up. The final exam's not going to be a perfect thing where there's no mistakes that nobody makes. In this case, I forgot to check my calculator. So I passed my stats class with a B. I went in after a few hours of sleep for my Calc final, my Calc 2 final. Depressed as shit. I was having a hard time concentrating. Not really, but yes. I was having a hard time not concentrating itself, but because my depressed mood and my headache was in the background, because I have kind of like a headache in a depression, and it's not like a physical headache. It's like a chemical kind of caused headache. Like, you just feel like there's emptiness inside your head. I don't know how to describe it better than that. It's bad. So I had this headache, and I had a hard time concentrating because of it. And I got a 64 on the final. Now, that's not great. And I believe it's with a curve. So it's really not good. But I passed almost with a B in the class. She did have some extra credit worksheets, and to be fair, Calc 2 is a very hard class. It's a very, very hard class. I do feel like with other professors I might have failed because she gave out huge amounts of extra credit and gave 2 curves. She gave a participation 5% curve on the total grade, and she gave curves on tests. So she was really, 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 really nice. She was a very nice professor. And I'm glad that I had her. When it came to my computer science class, I feel bad because I basically spent the semester on my phone during lecture time instead of paying attention to the class. I think it's because of ADHD meds. Let's just face it at this point. I know this is going to sound like a sneako take, because it kind of is. But basically, ADHD just means you're addicted to your phone. I wouldn't say that's necessarily true. But I feel like, I'll say this. I'm not going to say that phones cause ADHD, but what I'm going to say is our phones have definitely lowered our attention span. That's what I will say. I'm not going to say phones cause ADHD, right? I don't know psychology that well, and that's probably not even true. I'm sure maybe it's made rates of ADHD go up. It's like every 1 in 6 kids has ADHD now. But, yeah, it's kind of hard. I forgot what I was going to say. You can see the impairment that I have. So, I got done with all my finals. I got a C near a B in Calc 2. I got a B in computer science. I got a B in stats. I might get a B or an A in English. I had to work very hard in English. Spend nights of 2, 3 a.m. Because you gotta understand, I'm busy in the day at the university with shit, And I'm also busy, let's see. I'm also busy in the evening with like stats and stuff. And then I work usually very late on English, like 1, 2, 3 a.m. So when I'm depressed or manic, I stay up until 5 or 6, so 2 to 3 hours difference. Or pull all-nighters. So you can obviously tell that even though I stay up till 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, because of work purposes, there is clearly a reason as to why I've never even heard of this or seen this car before in this game, and I've been playing for a long time. I've legitimately never seen this car. I don't know how rare it is. It might be very rare, I'm not sure, but I've never seen this car. Anyways, as I was saying. Yeah, I don't know. It's just... I just been very depressed recently. And the final piece of good news that I have before I leave, I got accepted as the job applicant for that youth summer camp, the Boy Scouts camp. I'm going down there and I'm living in a forest for 7 weeks in a cabin, going to help the youth. I'm going to be working at their nature part. They have a nature part where they have like animals and stuff. And I'm looking forward to that. I have to fill out something before I can go, but I am looking forward to it. It's honestly a reason why I'm living right now and not dying. But I still think, you know, I'm not gonna make it to 30. Something's gonna happen to me. When I'm depressed, I'm gonna jump off a building. When I'm manic, I'm gonna jump off a building. I don't know. But as of right now, I can tell you I'm fine because I am getting ready to go to summer camp. Oh, my foot's asleep. The medication makes my foot go to sleep. Anyways, yeah, that's all. See you guys.